Hi, it's a very dehumanizing experience, to know that I've been on the dark internet all these years and to really dehumanize me when I needed support after a lot of abuse. My life has always been about humanity and other organizations to go to. In this case, I'm being like a political prisoner of my natural identity, which is an INFJ, and my life was about finding other people like that either needed help or wanted to grow in the same direction. I was social, but I also have a side of me that likes to be alone, but to make sure that I can soothe my feelings and process anything negative. Like, it's a lot of the people that were students in my life that were Asian were the same as me, because my family are very outgoing. Like, Mark Little's family are extremely extroverted family. My mum is exactly the same, very extroverted, and so is Marina. But me and Jodie were very, very kind of different, like needed quiet at home, needed time out from people. But when we are happy, there's a youthfulness. Like, my kind of spirit is a lot like Jodie's. There's a youthfulness about me that liked going outside and doing fun things, and I think that's why we get along. Look, the thing is I just there's some things I want to put forward. I'm in a trafficking underground network. I'm confined. I'm dehumanized. People like all my exes are police apparently, and are policing me all these years, and it's humiliating. I feel very tortured. Like they've kind of erased me from the groups that I'm already intertwined with by letting them film me in the most inhumane conditions. I am not a dirty person by nature. I've just had a very hard time with accepting my body after all this abuse. Like, I got very skinny and was very healthy and was actively going after my rights, and they keep drowning me and not letting me have a voice. So first of all, they stopped me doing anything talentful by having these talent competitions and outcasting me and keeping me behind, but they're also emotionally abusing me by not letting me have any emotional support and basically coming behind me and buying anybody that I know to be part of their group. And so I feel like the whole world is against me. And then they're kind of punishing me and persecuting me over my white light beliefs and spiritual love. And they're kind of putting me in an unfair situation where I'm tortured and I'm getting angry because there's been no boundaries in my life. Like, the people come into my homes and harass me no matter where I go. So I've never had the right to breathe on my own or have my own freedom. They're basically making a massive world segregation of wolves. And it started in Auckland years ago with Wilson and this French building these court cases against me. And I didn't consent to it. I don't have anything to do with it. I learned from a neighbour. I went to a neighbour. She gave me some tarot cards out of nowhere. And I said, "What are you giving me these for?" And she said, "Oh, I'm got so many, I want you to have them." And I was thinking, oh, it's kind of weird because I'm at church, but I took them off her. And then I didn't see her as an evil witch or anything like that. She just was telling me that everybody hated me 3 years ago because I had made my ex lose his job, and they were calling me wild. And that's what I call him. I think he's a wild man. Like, I don't think he is husband material. I don't think he's the kind of guy that should be a father. I don't think he is a person that is stable in a way. Like, he's too emotionally volatile. And then But for some reason, they've made me him. I'm now a snake, and I'm now dark, and I now have bad intentions, and I'm now the devil. And that's not how I am as a person. And they're making out I'm wild, but I'm not. I was very much I lived a privileged, very soft-hearted life, and he's got all these warriors beating me to be the soft-hearted, kind, spiritual beauties in Hollywood, and it's torturing me. So I'm not allowed to be my own self. It's like Della Marie has a sensitive gift to the universe too, and she's fat, she's old. Why am I being persecuted? Like, it's not just once. She follows me for years, taking credit for things that I've done for years and years, and I've had enough of it. It's not a life. My honour's completely been ruined, and it's just kind of like they take and take and take and take off me, and they refuse me to be replenished by anything. Like these women, it's not just Kiki, it's all of them. There's about 21 of them. They watch me, and then they study me, and then they follow what I'm doing, and then they're walking in public like the innovative ones, like stealing and banning me having support for my own goals. And so I've got to keep going on the run, and I'm saying I don't want to live on the run, and I don't have the right to asylum because they did immigration trafficking or something. I think that's what happened. They did they built a massive fence that I'm a leech, and I'm not. They've really denied me the right to work, and they're just keeping me hopeless. I'm hopeless. So I've got like the European Union and the Facebook guys are blocking my communication, so I'm stolen. But if I run over to Russia, they're still going to control me over there too, and it's just like their pizza sex trafficking group, and it's not a life. I want to live my life. I lead my own life. I looked after kids, and I don't get that. And as far as I'm concerned, giving me HIV jab is the end of my life. And I just feel that it's such a shame because all these girls that want to be on Talent America are just actually murdering me, and they're frauds. It's not even a talent that they're good at. I mean, it's not even like really their purpose in life, but because they didn't want me to be seen or known or have honour, I just got my life ruined. And every day I'm persecuted, but I've deteriorated since probably just around about May 2024. Before that in Auckland, I started getting symptoms of multiple sclerosis, so I started getting very sick. Now I've got stroke, and they told me, because there's squads working, which means I'm human trafficked. One of the squads told me that I had been sold to medical testing for COVID, and I believe it, because now I've got a stroke. Now they've injected HIV, they've given me all sorts of STDs, they've trafficked me for sex, they've used every part of me, and I was just somebody that very much flowed and worked with the universe, and I always had a song to sing, and because I was singing, they've put all this lead poisoning up my nose so that I can't sing. They've also tortured my stomach so I can't have a child. These are my dreams that I want. They're absolutely sacrificing me, like human sacrificing me. Like, I want a child, so they've disemboweled me so I can't have a child. I want to sing and learn guitar, but I don't want to be I like chilled at home, and like I would like to sit around playing the guitar with my family or whatever. I think it's nice, but they're just not letting me do anything to do with my dreams is being executed. They've tortured my vagina so I'll never ever have a man again, basically, and then they've basically brutalized my anus and made me really undesirable. They've tortured me in front of my family. They're ruining everything. All of my education has been ruined. Like my lifetimes of wisdom of teaching other people, teaching children to have, did I teach children? I felt like I more walked hand in hand with them, but I was a timekeeper and I was a law enforcer when it came to rules. But, I only did about 3 or 4 hours with them. I wasn't with them all day. I only just basically would help them with their after school activities and then cook and like have little chats with them. But I like working with kids because they're kind of, I just like that they've got fresh ideas and fresh inspiration from, they've got their own little worlds because they're part of like a different school, and they've got apps they've got all these different apps that they know, and it's like if I don't meet kids, I don't get introduced to all these kind of things that they're doing. And like one kid was making these music videos, and the app was letting her be the singer, but she wasn't actually singing it. It was a voiceover thing, and it was really cool. It's very creative stuff for them to do in their spare time, and I thought it was really this kind of stuff, like, and I sound dumb, but I think partly it's because she's really fractured my nose and ruined my life, and I just think I've been murdered. Like, they took me from Australia to just murder me. Like, they've tortured me, they put me in a court case, and I don't have any information about that. I don't have any information about this court case that I've ruined Ruben's life. I've got 2 court cases I've heard about, and I don't have any information about it. I don't have access to it. Instead, they're making me a lifetime as a dog with no access to my own future. Everything that I've done myself, like I built my own system of networks, so Kiki came and took them all. And that's her pirated life, the cooking, the way that I talk to people. It's not fair. Like, I want to have my own life. It's like she's just decided I've got to be in the background for the rest of my life, and I don't want to be. Like, I don't even have a family anymore because of their brutal assassinations, me and these kids, because they want to take credit for all these things that I'm doing in my life. And it's like, I don't deserve fucking jack shit for 42 years of selfless service that I've done for other people, and all the creative work and inspiration I bring into other people's lives. I don't deserve fucking jack shit, because all that's deserving is Jean and her girls. Like, she basically ripped me out of my mother's life, and this Ruth, and has completely changed my life to shit, putting me in maggots and lice, and I've got no creative outlet. I've done professional work my whole life. Like, I've worked in a TV studio, I've worked in real estate doing the adverts for the housing, and I've done lots of work to do with design, obviously, for about 12 years, and then I've gone into sales, I've gone into communications. She wouldn't even let me do communications jobs, and I'm saying this is a theft of a person's life, and they've actually killed me. It's not just ICE, they were killing me a long time ago. Both the blondes and the Asians. The Asian girls were bombing that I was so fucking ugly, and the blondes had this book going around that I've rooted all these men to have me discriminated in the public eye and ruin my professional world. I was an innocent victim just going after my jobs. So what I'm saying is they've just come after me and executed me and put my vagina in the public to outcast me of society as some sort of like example to the world. And I'm saying, well, now that you've used everything and you've honoured some other woman, like they've extracted everything beautiful about my life, my honour, the way that I had fidelity in my relationships, the respect and the time and energy I was put into having respectful relationships. They've just been bullying me for years. Like, Kiki's been bullying my face for years and years and years and years, and is backed by massive companies of Facebook. So what I'm just saying, like, what's the point of my life? If these big companies are backing such a huge hate against me, against one woman of a spiritual light that wanted to do this in life, and I'm not allowed to do any spirituality. I've been dishonoured and disfranchised about it. She's got all these men coming against me like I'm such a gross person in life, and it's like, I can't deal with it anymore. Like, I just don't want to be here, because these Asians have taken over this country, China, and destroyed my worth. And I'm saying, without your right to speak when you've had freedom of speech, when you've had violence, is an abuse of our civil rights. So what I'm learning from the world is that all that matters is hot girls in bikinis and producers to say they're so innocent and kind. They give us love every day, the sensitivity, the way that they give us such an attentiveness and care. It's that they do all this kind of marketing where they're marketing in such a great light. But for me, it's like I get tortured in my room and I get punished if I can't access a vacuum cleaner because the guys on the reception are withholding a way to clean my room. And then they're withholding me having any support. They keep me in chains and film me every day that I'm ugly and old. And I'm saying, how can you do your spiritual gift if you're tortured every day? And what I'm saying is, why do they want it anyway? Why are they taking away my customs? This is a philosophy that I lived with, was kind of like a sort of a Buddhist kind of outlet. Like I lived with these philosophies that would help me let go of negative energy and basically transmute it into something positive and eventually lift my vibration to high and become joy. And that's what it is. That's what life is. Some people drink to cope with all the negativity. Some people go running. I like to have friends, and they've not let me have friends for years and years. Instead, they've made these massive groups to outcast me as society, and they're keeping me under toilet videos for the rest of my life with these armies. And I'm just saying, I don't want to live my life like that. That Jenny, that was an innocent, preppy young girl with the most beautiful, bright eyes that just wanted to be a Christian. I wanted to be a Christian. I wanted to sit around and learn guitar and sing around my friends and family and eat nice things at a table, and then I just wanted to be a counsellor or some sort of consultant at home, and they've taken away my right to be an educated woman. They've taken away my right to everything. They've made a whole legacy based on every step of my reality. If you read my diaries, it's got me volunteering at a festival, it's got me volunteering at all these places, it's got all this very professional jobs that I was going for, it's got all this work and energy put into the social aid, like all the resources that I needed to get me out of being abused, like all the women's domestic violence agencies, all of the agencies to get me back into work with a disability, like WorkBridge, APM, CSS Disability, Emerge, and I think Inspire or something. There was about 5 of them that I was working with, and nothing happened. And then I went to all the Red Crosses and Salvation Armies with transitional housing, and I wasn't helped because of this war. And I don't get anyone to pick up the pieces. Instead, they've taken credit for a legacy that I built and have kept me kind of confined. So I can't lead. I can't create the beauty that was part of my world before. And there's no way I can create that abundance alone. There's no way I can create that abundance if people are bullying me that I'm fucking a dog every day. There's no way that I can lose weight when I don't have doctor's care. So they've put me on a death sentence. I'm on a timer to die, and I'm still left here with a special disability, and they're pushing me out, so I'm just going to be homeless. They're not letting me go over the world because they're making rivers all over the world and massive waves for the rest of my life that these girls are light workers. And that's like a real persecution of my customs and values. And if I'm angry every day, it's because I'm being withheld touch, withheld care. It's the very things that matter to me and my family. And it's like, not only that, they've taken away my Pandora bracelets, they've taken away my cross that my father gave me, a Catholic cross, and then my grandmother's green pendant. Then they've taken away my family. They sit and talk to my family. They sit and tell them to be part of my family, need to be part of them being influencers. And they don't give me any rights to any communication. It's like they just trap me in a box and they're keeping me as a dog and they won't let me go. While they're narrating I'm a massive joke with a massive penis. And it's not fair. I've lost the beauty of Jenny. And that's what I don't want to be here anymore. So I just live my life doing nannying and creating these side businesses, and I was very successful, and they've taken that abundance from me. She's absolutely bought everything, and she won't let me deserve anything, this judge. She's like, no, my girl's better looking. I want her to have it. So she starts getting a girl to act like me and taking credit for everything, and I've had enough of it. It's like these women are getting honoured for things that I had to create on my own as a disabled chick on the benefit to find ways to make money. I created these businesses. Why do I not deserve it? Because I'm fucking fat and ugly? Yeah, well, do you know what's not fair? Is that they're using their privilege to abuse me. They're labouring me in their spare time. They're creating wedges in every house and creating apartheid. I'm getting injected with AIDS to make sure I'm not honoured with love for the rest of my life, or I'm not seen as a spiritual leader, or I'm not seen as a spiritual light. They've snuffed the light out of me. They've just made me look like I'm a hard, cold woman. And that's not who I am inside. I was a warm-hearted, gregarious, hospitable person. I'm not calculating. If I am, it's not to do with anything to manipulate people. It's to do with, how can I make this person safe? How can I get them out of my house when I'm just want to be alone? This is what I manipulate. I don't manipulate like, I don't know what they're trying to blame me for, but I'm pretty sure I'm innocent about it. I don't manipulate to get married men. I attracted men all the time, and I don't even know how to go after a man, and that's why this is such a devastating abuse. She acts like she's me, like demure, innocent, and she just sits there and attracts. She doesn't. This is my essence. I was a very, very innocent woman, and men used to always come and help me. She's stopped anyone helping me, bullying me on TikTok every day, these 3 women, that I'm fucking gross and I'm a cleaner, don't help me. So it's like, well, if you're doing that, it's persecution, right? So I'm asking